Hello. So, I've been making a game called Metaverse Origins that has used Voxel plugin, and I pushed it out with Unreal Engine 4 a while ago, and then Unreal Engine 5 came out, and the Voxel plugin has changed dramatically since then. So I'm going to start remaking some videos that break down how Voxel plugin works and how to get started. So first thing obviously is getting Voxel plugin. If you haven't purchased it, you don't really need to regard this. There's some other ways through Fab to get the older one for free. So we have like the Voxel plugin free legacy, Voxel plugin pro legacy. Most of what I'm going to be talking about is for the pro version. I'm not going to get into the free legacy version because obviously that's being deprecated. We're not messing with that anymore. So purchase Voxel plugin pro legacy, because the non-legacy version isn't out yet, but it should be coming out in early 2025 is what the devs have been saying. And once you have that purchased, the way you download it actually and add it to your project is through the Voxel plugin installer. And this is for version control and a bunch of other reasons. So they don't have to constantly update the plugin through Fab and the store, which I guess the Epic Store doesn't even work anymore, the Epic Marketplace. So every time they have to update it, they have to wait weeks or months. So instead of that, they just verify that you have the, Voxel plugin pro purchased through linking to the store, and then you use the Voxel plugin installer to actually install it. So in my case, it will be add to library, and then you can download from there. And once you're in here, you'll actually Voxel plugin installer and install to your engine, and you'll pick whichever one that you're currently working on. I'm using 5.5 right now. So you'll launch. Once that's set up, I recommend starting with a third person project, because that's going to give you a couple of things that it's going to allow you to test collision and everything else going on with your project. If you don't want to do that, you can start with a blank one, and then you'll just manually add things. But the example levels are going to spawn regardless. So you're not really going to be looking at a blank project for what we're doing here. I always open projects with C++ in case I'm going to do the C++ later. It works better to have the engine and everything compiled ahead of time than trying to get the compiler and everything to work if you want to add C++ later. So I recommend always starting with C++. So we're just going to name this Voxel tutorial, hit create, and then it's going to take a little while. Once everything's loaded in, you'll come up with the normal Unreal dev environment here. And we currently have no plugins or anything. So the one that you're going to be looking for is go over to editor, the Voxel plugin installer, and restart. And then you can close this, and what it's going to do is up here in the corner will give you the Voxel plugin configuration. If you haven't logged in yet, you're gonna want to go in here, manage your license. It'll open the Fab store, and it will basically link to the Fab store, and that's how it proves that you have access to the plugin. So right now we only have 2.0 push 1. I think that's what the P is. So while we're working on things, I'm going to be using the dev versions, and you may or may not want to, but in order to access that, you need to go to your plugins, project settings, search for Voxel, come down to show dev versions, and then go back up here. And I already have 131.83 installed, but we just go ahead and hit install. It's going to ask you if you want to actually install that, and it'll download it, decompress it, and then it's going to pop up and ask if you want to turn it on and to restart the game engine. Hit yes. So this is going to pop up immediately, and these are the example projects. With this dev version, we know that they're still working on the procedural content generation. I'm just going to use this because this gives you an idea whether or not it's installed correctly. And look, everything's good to go. I'm going to make another video on how to make sure Nanite is actually enabled, but as you can see, you have a procedurally generated world and you can run around on it. Got collision, got the IKs and everything working. That's it for this video. I'll probably immediately follow up with some basic setups for making sure you have Nanite working in your Voxel world.